Is that the game? Holy Christ. There's so much. I'm like 30 hours in. Wow. You can only have one of your decrees issued for each of the Crusade's stats at any given time. Each decree has a cost and a completion time. Some decrees can only be issued once, others have a repeat time, which is displayed in the decree description window. Your progress in Crusade management unlocks certain special decrees. A stat rank-up decree becomes available upon meeting specific rank-up requirements. A relic upgrade decree, which turns a relic into a powerful artifact for your party to use, becomes available when you obtain a suitable relic. By obtaining an outpost to a bastion, the commander will expand its territory for buildings, as well as allow the construction of advanced structures there. A skilled craftsman will do some work on Soul Shear. Not enough energy points. Where's energy points? Fucking what? The fate of the unholy symbol of Rovog. It doesn't even show me how much of this stuff I have. Sure, do that. So what is that, 5 days? Is that saying that'll happen in 5 days? Okay, so I can't... Oh, wait. The little city icon. Okay. Forming a military council. Council of officers seasoned in the art of war will help the commander to implement new tactics and diversify army ranks with more skilled units. Sure. Skilled craftsman will do work on this relic. Logistics. The Sword of Valor, the great relic of the Crusades, mysteriously changed upon coming into contact with the commander. What does this mean? Clerics and wizards could shed light on this on the artifact's properties. Okay, yeah, do it. Okay, so these are all just subsections of decrees. Alright, that's less confusing. Alright, region. Alright, so regions and map just swap between two views. These are all subsections of decrees. What is events? Nobles often look down on commoners, as aristocrats are taught from birth that they are better than the lowborn. This attitude causes quarrels between them and common warriors, and the officers have asked the commander to intervene. This is unavailable to you because you did not choose Path of the Demon. This is unavailable because you did not choose Path of the Azada, and you don't have land. I don't even know what Path of the Azada is, so I totally missed that. Demons have been stealing children in Kenabris and possessing their bodies so that they can get close enough to Crusaders to deliver a dagger strike. The officers are asking how they should proceed when encountering the possessed. Possessed children? Oh my god. So I can't do either of these things. Okay. Keeper's Canyon, nothing is built. What? What is this? Build, nothing is built. Build. I'm playing with Legos now. Is there anything here for income? Warn the garrison about advancing armies. Give the comrades time to prepare for battle. Let's see. The advance of the Crusade deeper into enemy territory lengthens supply routes and complicates logistics. The supply center is a citadel of scribes, clerics, and coachmen whose job is to see that the advancing army faces no shortages. Increases material points income by 3. So wait. I can only build 4 things here. Am I seeing that right? Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna start with the supply center. Can I build more than one thing? Yeah, I can. A vigilant watchman will warn the garrison about advancing enemies and give their comrades time to prepare for battle. Provide all allied units within the fort's area of control plus a bonus to attack, AC, saving throws, and initiative. Ordinary infantry troopers sleep, eat, train, and enjoy unsophisticated entertainment. Increases recruitment growth for the main barracks by 25%. When the enemy storms the outer walls of the fort, its defenders retreat to the citadel where they can maintain the defense for many days. Increases the time of the siege of the fort by 3 days. Okay, whatever the second resource at material points, I'm out of that. All right. We got some stuff building. Okay. I would like to leave this screen. On the management screen, you can make decisions regarding current events, which are displayed at the bottom of the screen on the left. Issue decrees, which can be displayed by clicking the decrees button on the right. You can display only a fraction of the available decrees by selecting one of the filters. Construct buildings and forts in Dresden. To access the construction, click on Dresden for a fort on the map. Oh, should I have done that first? Ah, Mark. Is it worth using laurels to buy legendary weapon fragments for the weapon I am working on? Sure. I wouldn't like zero out yourself on laurels because sometimes you need them for something. But yeah, you could do that. Oh my god, I was probably supposed to build here first. Can I buy material? Oh, yeah, I can. Okay. Alright, what's important? Hit points, lab. Let's see. Reduce cost of buildings. Mercenaries. Hospital. Increase finance point income by 200 if there are no buildings that can provide recruitment growth in the fort. Only one inn can be built in each fort. Archery. Oh, that looks good. Main barracks. Wait, what does the inn do? If there are no buildings that provide recruitment. I mean, it sounds like I want recruitment because archery range is really good. Increase number of mercenaries by 1. Plus 1 attack. Pathfinder launches +1 to Increase energy point income. That seems important. Allows the commander's party to rest in the fort without increasing the effect of corruption. I'll need that eventually. +1 to attack trainable, supply center. Increases material point income by 3. Only one supply center can be in each fort. Watchtower. Alright, where is the archery range? I really want them. I'll just do that for now. I don't want to zero out my money. I just used a lot of my money. Okay. Let's see if we can go get into some trouble now. And does Earbeth have anything to say? Her eyes are vacant, her thoughts are clearly somewhere far away. Seeing you, though, she snaps to attention. Hail, Commander. Oh, I found a scabbard with your family name on it in the Grey Garrison. This scabbard held the solemn hour, my family's sword. My father once fought with it, and I took it when I left home to become a paladin. Alas, it was not stolen. I parted with my heirloom willingly to help someone dear to me. Anivia needed expensive healing, and I, having no other way to procure the money, pawned my father's sword. I think he would have understood. I'm sure he would have given up everything to help the family. I hoped to redeem the solemn hour eventually, but there was never enough money, and soon the sword disappeared from the pawn shop altogether. I have no idea who took it. Decoy, thank you so much, buddy. Is Anivia sick? You'll forgive me if I don't go into detail. It is a private matter. Suffice to say, everything is fine now. The treatment was costly, but worth it. Stay silent. She lovingly traces the name imprinted in silver on the scabbard's leather. My parents were loyal servants, yet it wasn't enough to earn them a title or a coat of arms. Still, however humble our name might be... Oh, Chad, I think they messed up. The scars aren't showing now. It's a little bug there. It is worth something. I don't know if I'll ever see the solemn hour again, but at least I have its scabbard back. I thank you. Yeah, look, there's even a cut about the scar on your face. Her hand reaches up to touches it and then falls away. Her back straightens and determination flares in her eyes. Okay, so yeah, a little bug there. They're showing the wrong portrait. I lost control over myself and put the entire crusade at risk. You had every right to stop me. She sighs and looks down. Commander, please don't bring up the subject again. I've been punished enough for my disgraceful weakness. Alright. She says goodbye with a short bow. Look who it is, hi. Have you figured out how the demons have been sneaking up on us? She answers with scarcely concealed irritation. No dice. Our scouts crawled all over the area, down every hole, nothing. The gray road is completely empty, and then bam, a whole army popped up like a jack-in-the-box. My only lead is a few scouts who didn't come back from the gorges to the southwest, but we found no sign of secret paths or underground passageways, and definitely no route we can use to quietly move a large force through. SimCity 3, little bit. But I feel it in my gut there's some evil scum out there, we just have to look harder. Of course, I could send out more scouts, but they might just disappear like the first one. So why don't you go there yourself and find out what's what? Did you find out anything about where Monago is now? She shakes her head sharply. Nope, zero, zilch, a whole lot of nothing. The scum melted into thin air. Soldiers saw her jump out the window, run through the square in front of the citadel, and suddenly disappear. We haven't heard anything from her since, and I don't like it. I'm telling you, this is bad. New event, lost scouts. First of all, her kind don't just give up. If we can't see her, it means she's setting a trap for us somewhere we won't expect. I mean, it would be great if the Demon Lords just gobbled her up for all her failures, but I think that's too much to hope for. But that is not the worst part. We have a more interesting question. I wonder how she teleported from the city if by that time you had already hung the banner. The soldiers are saying it probably wasn't in full force by then, but you and I both know that's dross. She wasn't supposed to be able to teleport, but she did. The question is how. What do you think about my new powers? She looks at you sadly. There's nothing good about this. The things you've had to do and the fact we're fighting alongside the dead because we'll never pull this off without them. But at least we're moving forward, not falling back like before. I guess it was the only way. Bad times call for bad measures. Alright, watch yourself now. Alright, so it said a new event popped up, so I'm going to open the Crusade page again and see what that new event is. Why don't you go to a dangerous era and hopefully you come back. Wait, what? Decrees? Other. Lost scalps, there it is. Okay, so I have to wait on this other thing to finish first. Alright. I think it's a shame I can't, like, leave the town and go around the world map from that, that screen. It's kind of a bummer you have to loading screen to get to that screen as well. Pathfinder Kingmaker had that as well. Pathfinder Kingmaker, when it first came out, had an absolutely insane number of loading screens. And they were all, like, very long. Like, the game was not optimized at all. To the streets and prison, half measure tavern. Okay. It says there's a quest to talk about the dragon in the tavern. I'm in Ions of Fusion Train right now. Randomly got in there and I'm pretty dope. Nice. Lately, I've only seen her playing Dark Souls. Faye the Tavern Keeper. The boy sitting on the counter looks about 18. He salutes you with dignity, though his eyes scarcely rise from the tavern's ledger. The Knight Commander of my establishment. What an honor. My name is Phi Kito. I'm the owner of the Half Measure. How should I address you? I ask because some don't unlike due familiarity, while others scoff at the tediousness of ceremony and titles. You could call me the Armored Armadillo for all I care. Your commanderness? Are you sure? I'm gonna remember that, you know. He smiles mischievously. I'm absolutely sure. Out of respect for the whims of the hero of Dresden, the Armadillo it is. What can I do for you? Wine, meal, or heart-to-heart talk? What do your customers say about my new powers? He shrugs. Kind of things people say to tavern. Some folks say you're a dolled up corpse bossing other corpses around. Others say you've been sent here from Geb to build a kingdom of death. There's even a rumor you're an immortal lich. But most folks say that Iomade blessed the 5th Crusade and sent you her power. The demons have done such evil here that even the dead cannot rest in their graves. The hour of reckoning is near and you are its weapon. That's what they say? I mean, I could see what they mean. Why do you like sitting on the counter? 2 reasons. He says seriously. Dresden isn't the biggest city, but it still has a few taverns and pubs to compete with the others. I need people to remember my establishment and myself. That's the first reason. The tavern keeper who sits on the counter definitely sticks out from the others who prefer to stand behind their bars all dignified. Believe me, you're not the first to ask. Sooner or later, every customer does. The second reason is the place's atmosphere. People should feel relaxed here. Life near the world wound is hard enough. Folks don't go to taverns looking to cause each other more trouble, so I allow certain liberties, myself included. I'm even thinking of hosting an invigorating brawl here on the 5th of every month. I'll let my favorite customers break glasses and swing on the chandeliers. He slaps himself on the forehead. We started talking about the end and I remembered. I wanted to thank you for personally defeating the demon in this very tavern when the city was liberated. Without you, who knows how many glasses he would have smashed before the Crusaders got to him. So please accept my thanks from the bottom of my heart. Alright, so long. Come again. You'll always be welcome here. He nods and immerses himself in calculations once more. You get 15,000 gold coins. I guess for that big demon I killed. Who's got the information about the demon? Greyboard? Ah, yes, this is the dwarf that can assassinate demons. Before you stands a dwarf. He has stern, rugged features and looks to be well armed. He fills his pipe with tobacco from Garoon, lights it, and blows out a cloud of smoke. Finally, he addresses you in a deep, dignified voice. How can I help you? We already met in Kenabres, didn't we?
Yes, I had a contract to assassinate a rather overconfident demon named Kylus there. I guess that counts as participation in the siege of Kenabres.
Normal mode, Bonryu.
Not that my employer had any interest in the actual outcome of the battle. Come to think of it, the information my client provided me with was almost suspiciously accurate. They seemed to be aware both of the impending attack on Kenabres and of the fact that Kylus was going to be there.
You tried to kill the huge demon at the Battle of Dresden, but it failed. What happened?
Yes, that was a failure. It was supposed to be a clean job. An anonymous client, a worthy target, a substantial fee. But the client insisted that I use an enchanted dagger they provided. I was assured that a single hit would be enough to finish the job, but it didn't work as expected. It was a serious blow to my reputation. And my reputation is everything to me.
I would like to hire you for a dragon hunt.
A large adult female? The one that's been snatching people and carrying them off? I've heard about her. That's an impressive target. I can take this job, but only if we do it soon. I'm expecting a new assignment from my regular client, and I'll have to leave as soon as I have the orders. And of course, you should know that this dragon will not come cheaply. 2,500 gold, paid in advance.
How about a discount?
Let's think this through. Are there lots of assassins in this town who have the valuable experience of subduing dragons and are willing to work for you? Will I lose any profit by protracted haggling?
Oh gosh.
Will you?
I like this guy, I do.
Is there any chance that someone less competent than I am will be able to locate your target as efficiently as I would? No, I don't think so. There is absolutely no reason for me to give you any discounts. 2,500 gold is an honest price for the head of a fire breather.
Well, I just got 15,000 gold for saving the inn, so I'll pay.
Excellent. Let's get down to business. It's no easy thing to take down a dragon when you don't have wings, so you'll need to follow my lead. The best thing would be to catch her by surprise in her lair, but we need to find it first. Of course, since she doesn't leave tracks, that might be tricky, but I think I have a solution. We need to go west of Dresden, to the Grimwood Forest.
Wait, we? I thought I was sending you to do this.
The dragon's been seen there often. According to the scouts, this is likely because there's still some wild game left in those parts. We'll set up an ambush there. I hope I can rely on your honesty. I understand that on our way to the dragon, there may be other fights or places we need to visit for various reasons. That's to be expected. However, should I see that you are deliberately delaying the contract, or that you're dragging me off to assault some demon citadel instead of going after the dragon, we will have to revise the terms of our agreement.
Oh, so he's gonna be like a party member or something. Okay. Alright. So he's gonna be following me. School kills my sleep rhythm, not gonna lie. Yeah, that happens sometimes. It's like around 23 p.m. Yeah, it's 11 p.m. for me. My side it's 5 a.m. and I just woke up for school. Hope you're rested. Alright. It said there was someone who would give me info for another quest out here, but I don't know who. Like in the open city area. What is this? Wait, is this the same building I just exited? No. This is the inn.
I'll go ahead.
Listen in.
It is finished.
One old Kella told this my brothers and me on his deathbed, and then he died, and no one knows this but us. I know this is their sacred forest. They prayed in the meadow of the spirits. Shamanic relics, you say? A big treasure? Sounds like a lie. Everything was collected, carried away, and buried in that cave. The scouts say a bear lives in those forests, a terrible one, and there must be magic guards in the cave. Talk to Ninio in the nearby room. Boy, am I pleased with you. I asked you to bring me to safety, and that's exactly what you did. Indeed, having a follower to aid me is most efficient and frankly pleasing. With you on hand, I shall conquer new horizons, plumb the depths of knowledge hitherto unknown, and scale the dizzying heights of future discoveries. She stops to catch her breath. What I mean is, I'd like to express my deepest gratitude. I foresee immense potential in our future cooperation. What do you mean, future cooperation? Hand in hand, we will unravel the greatest mysteries inaccessible to the minds of ordinary people. Just imagine it. I leading the way, proudly staring into the faces of the gods themselves, and you, my loyal follower, walking behind me every step of the way, writing down my deepest thoughts and admiring the profundity of my intellect. If we hold hands, you won't be able to go in front of me and lead the way. You are the catalyst which, when it reacts with my intellect, will allow the latter to grasp the very essence of the universe itself. It's just... whoosh! Do you always express your delight so effusively? What? Who are you? She stares at you for a while, bewilderment in her eyes, but then it is replaced by recognition. Oh, yes, my new follower. So, what am I supposed to do? Oh, yes, I must provide some verbal encouragement for your as-yet modest achievements and try to introduce you to strive for more of such encouragement. That is the principle that underpins any training. She frowns, but only for a moment. Ah, I see. Your modest nature was unsettled by the overabundance of my gratitude. I do apologize for putting you in such an awkward position. I will never praise you again unless I forget. But let's get back to the business at hand. Your new assignment will be to take me to the inconspicuous ruins that are located in an even more inconspicuous valley lying between Kenneris and Dresden, as soon as is reasonably practicable. I will mark the place on your map with a large red cross, so don't you forget it. What's so special about him? I'm glad you asked. This is my greatest hypothesis, my secret project, and I won't pass up the opportunity to share it with you. Because you are my most loyal follower, you are worthy of possessing such knowledge, she rubs her nose, and also because you're the first person to ever ask me about it. Some time ago, I was walking around the border of the World Wound. I met a strange person. He was wearing a frayed gray robe, and his face was hidden behind an odd white mask. Of course, I didn't miss the opportunity to ask him about the reasons for his absurd appearance, and do you know what he said to me? He said, I am the answer, but what is the question? Oh, I've seen that guy. Then he walked off in the direction of the World Wound. The next day, after I had already forgotten about the first encounter, I had another similar encounter, this time with an elven woman, judging by the pointy ears sticking out from behind the mask. I am the answer, but what is the question? She said before taking off towards the World Wound, and then I realized everything became clear to me. I know a mystery when I see one. Consider this one of my myriad of talents. She rubs the tip of her nose. After all of these geysers weren't simply on their way to a costume party, were they? After examining several maps, I determined that they were all heading in one direction, to a place not far from Kenabris, a place which is marked as nameless ruins even on ancient Sarkorian maps. That's where I need to go. Unraveling the secret of that place will be my greatest discovery. It will secure my place in history, perhaps even in legend. That's all I want to know. Well, now you know, so off we go. She frowns. Did I just make a rhyme? Perhaps I have discovered poetic talent in myself. Let's conduct an experiment. Quickly, say any word and I'll try to rhyme for it right away. Creation. Crustacean. Cogitation. Not the best rhymes, don't you think? Well, this experiment was unsuccessful. We learned that I have no poetic talent after all, she sighs. But it's no reason to despair. Having a gift for poetry in addition to my inexhaustible intellect would have been a little too much. Besides, I am catastrophically busy and have no time to spend on writing poetry. Bye. She produces a crumpled piece of paper from her sleeve and takes some notes on it. This conversation lasted approximately 5 minutes. She lifts her chin. By the way, did you know that this is the exact same amount of time the Inquisitors of Kenabris need to find a defendant guilty? But to shake off Inquisitors chasing you takes 5 times as long. That experiment proved that running while clad in heavy armor is not burdensome for them at all. Oh, wow. Okay. She is kind of funny, but I really don't like having her in the combat party. She ruins the whole dynamic. Let's see. Prison, house, abandoned building. I wonder if we could talk to Sela about the sword. Let me see if we can. Clustermuck of brain bomb over there. Yeah, she's a talker. Yeah, I did. One of the good things about having my party the way it is it's better, but I guess con is that there's less of these, missions, because they make missions that require certain party members, and since I refuse to take some of them, I don't get them. I wish the mission was just like, go there. Like, you could still go there without them and then just tell them what you find or something, but it's usually not. It's good to see you. Get this. Janna, the one who ran away when we were attacked by demons, never went back to her unit. She was seen running toward Numeria. Looks like she deserted. Anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about, or not the only thing. Since our raids on the Hound Heart's camp, I've had this sinking feeling I've made a mistake, dragging you into this, I mean. I should have known that a raid along the edge of the world wound wouldn't be so easy. Mostly, I was wrong about a lot of people. About Janna, who lost her nerve and abandoned her friends. About Curl, I knew he was a thief, but I really thought he turned over a new leaf and deserved a little compassion and trust. And Ellen, I thought we were kindred spirits, friends through thick and thin, but it looks like I was wrong about him too. She looks at you closely, waiting for your answer. I would love to just say, like, I don't like her much as a personality, or as an alcoholic. So I would love to just be like, yeah, you were freaking wrong. Learn from it. But I don't really like any of these answers. Don't lose your trust in people. So what if you've made a few mistakes? Don't give up on your ideals. I mean, you've made mistakes. You should learn from that and change your ideals, probably. You definitely made a lot of mistakes. You can't go in blind trust, especially when it comes to people who've slipped up in the past, like that deep pearl. Your ideals were mistaken from the start. Maybe now you'll see that people are weak and vicious creatures fit to be controlled. That's a bit too much. Wow, Jackals. Twitch blocked that because of 4 separate things you put in there. You definitely made a lot of mistakes. You can't go in blind trust, especially when it comes to people who slipped on the past, like that thief Curl. Chat, I do believe in second chances, but I also believe that most people that have a bad habit will keep doing that bad habit. So I'm gonna actually say a lawful thing here. But I made mistakes in the past too, and I managed to find my way out of them toward the right path. Why should I deny others the same chance? She stops. Forgive me, I